Would you look at that? A brand new patch! This is the final major patch of the year, and also one of the shortest ranked seasons in the history of the game. It's already causing a lot of impressions, and we're only a week in. Also, sorry Alchemy, you're gonna have to wait a little longer. Enjoy! Generally help your team with objectives, team fights, and overall being a good teammate despite the game not going well. Spam thanks the whole game alongside spamming surrender mode 5 minutes in. Didn't I say there was a duality in the Unite player base, or did I not? This is more of a question for those veterans that have been playing the game for some time. Before I dived in this game, I made my research. I knew the game had several issues, and I read a lot of complaints, specifically about the matchmaking system. I've seen people rant, and I've seen people taking breaks, and I've seen people, well, straight up abandon the game. Despite that, I said, F it. The game looks fun, the matches are short, and I get to play as childhood Pokemon. I'm going in, even if I regret it later. I'm basically looking for consolation. I'm mentally prepared that maybe at some point, after investing months in this game, I might stop enjoying it. What makes you say, I don't care that I'm being paired with a bunch of people that attack Rayquaza when we're winning? I don't care that I'm being paired with a bunch of trolls and toxic people? I don't care that my team comps are usually 5 speedsters? I still want to play. What makes you keep playing this game? It's Pokemon, and it doesn't demand a lot of my time. I play with my son. Aww. I like MOBA style Pokemon and Japanese things. It's nice to play after rage quitting Mobile Legends, or when you don't want to commit to a 20 to 30 minute game. There are very few Pokemon games anymore that let you play as the Pokemon. Since TCP aren't interested in making any Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games as of the writing of this, it's pretty much the only game I have that allows it besides playing modded versions of older PMD titles and Pokepark. I love Pokemon. The games are short, and while it can be frustrating when the matchmaking fails you, it can also be really fun when you get a good match or playing with friends. I am waiting for all Pokemon to come to the roster.
Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon!
Chronic depression.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
The cycle. Wow, I haven't played for a while. Let me get these weekly rewards so I get the free Unite licenses. Dang, I'm doing well in ranked. I thought this game was full of bots. Dang, this game is full of bots. Rage quit because ping sucks almost always. Long break. Wow, I haven't played for a while.
How curious, how perplexing.
I get to walk around as a Pokemon and feel like I'm that Pokemon. With Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Pokepark nowhere to be found, and Pokken having no players left, this is the best thing I've got to scratch that itch. Plus I get to dress them with very neat outfits, which makes for OCs with a little more flair than just a scarf. Oh, that's cute. It's fun. Keeping me away from League. Addiction. PokemonUnite is the only available game on my Switch. I already beat all other free games, and I'm waiting for ZA to be released. If they did a similar event to Remote coming back to Ranked, but with first to 500 for like 4 days, would you play or skip? Oh, my sweet summer child. You don't know. Hey, why are you downvoting him? This guy knows! I don't know what first to 500 is like in China, but I skip regardless unless the rewards were good enough to make me begrudgingly play. I didn't pick the game on day 1 to play first to 500.
Future's now, old man.
I'd only like it if they reworked it, I think. With the unlocks I score thresholds, it can be hard for a losing team to come back, and the XP rebalances are awful. Jungle didn't hit level 5 on farm alone, so some mons that can jungle were already really rough in first to 500. Hard pass. These buffs are just too strong for some Pokemon. I don't want to deal with those. Plus with how huge the map is without jump pad to defend goals? Nah. I love watching the enemy team stream roll because they happen to get slightly ahead in scores. Play! I love 500 point mode. Skip if it's the non-China version. First to 500 is a cool concept and fun for a while, but ultimately it ends up being a clown fiesta that is somehow even less competitive than the game already is. If it's the China version, I'd maybe give it a shot since there are more Pokemon reworks I would want to try. Would play, but I'd expect some balance fixes. I think a lot of the issues with this mode is that we just get it on casual, where no one takes it seriously nor care to even try a strategic approach. First to 500 is too easy to snowball. It needs a rework. With the current state of the game, I'd rather get point blank hyper beam to the face. Skip. This mode feels like it was made to advertise Amulet Coin. No, you got it backwards. Amulet Coin was to promote First to 500. Hard skip. First to 500 is awful IMO. If it became the main game mode, it would drive me away from the game for good. I like First to 500, but the fact that the bot teammates are so much worse than the bot allies makes it such a struggle to play through sometimes. I like the idea, but bad capping is annoying in First to 500 because you can win without fighting at all, which can be boring. I don't really like the mode, but I'd probably play it if it had the time. Honestly, I had more competitively paced First to 500 matches than ranked. I think it's because people can see the scores so they try harder on defense. It ends up really close sometimes. It's too clunky and uncoordinated currently. I don't like that the upgrades are random. I would definitely play, but I would expect some improvements. A new map maybe? Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until next year at least to get a new map. Blushing and giggling every time a defender shields me in solo queue. They want me so- Okay, that's what you think.
Man, so cringe.
As a defender main, I'm not doing this to protect you. I'm telling you to back the fuck up because you keep overextending and it's 2:30. We need to get ready for the Ray fight!
What the fuck?
Gravity Clefable looking from afar.
Busca ayuda!
There's no way you're finding me reading these out loud. There's no way. What the f- Get the f out of here! You're supposed to play along with the shonen anime theme. No.
Stop it. Get some help.
Nah, I am following the script. This has gone too far. Who brainwashed Leafeon players into believing this is a good idea? Let me remind you that this was the reason why Leafeon had a negative win rate before the speedster buffs. And then they picked Charizard, so you know you're really cooked. Surely this Wigglytuff will unite any second now. Two Pokemon that need buffs, Psyduck and Tinkaton. Alright, I gotta read this. Tinkaton, I think most people would agree needs buffs, mostly to Ice Hammer. I agree with that. Thief just doesn't represent that Pokemon very well and only modifies basic attacks, whereas Ice Hammer fits thematically and has the potential to be a better move with a damage buff. I don't think that's what it needs, but pop off. Psyduck, speaking of damage, just does pitiful damage now after so many nerfs. It's like they didn't want to commit to making another Wigglytuff damage supporter, but at the same time, Psyduck doesn't heal, so you kinda had to let him do more damage. Its utility is nice, but I'm not getting kills and the heading mechanic often leaves you as a sitting duck. Bro is asking for a buff to arguably the best support in the game right now. Yeah, but supports are weak in solo queue, so you gotta buff them or else no one plays them. S for the Tone Blind. If you're talking about Psyduck's damage, then Psyduck isn't meant to be a damage mon. It's a support mon and does his job of shoving away opponents better than most. Yet I would say his damage is still good. His damage is pitiful, dude. On the match where I want to say 15 assists, it had
Be
0
quiet!
kills. Indeed, Psyduck does no damage. And it should, because Disruptors cannot deal damage. Their job is to stop the enemy from playing the game so someone else can take care of them. No character in any game should do no damage.
Okay.
That's absolutely insane. Series 28 Full Force Burst. You know, this patch perfectly summarizes Year 3 patches. Some changes were great, especially to Pokemon that weren't changed for a while. Others were just bewildering. and others are just straight up nerfs to new Pokemon because their designs are just too OP. What a great way to end year 3, a patch that summarizes all the other patches of the year. Oh, how long have I waited for this day? It's been years. It's been literal years since Lucario felt strong, able to keep up with the sustain of all the newer all-rounders. The whole time I've been playing for exactly these kinds of buffs, and we're finally getting them. My boy is back. Time to shine again. Not gonna lie, if it wasn't for Clefable getting buffed recently because it gets the first supporter battle pass skin, I would say Lucario was the biggest winner of the patch. We are slightly back. We are 5% back. Are they trolling? Timmy deciding the balance changes. Hoopa was surprisingly nerfed in the new patch, but honestly, as a Hoopa main, I don't care. They finally did it! Didn't like how we had to stop using buddy barriers on defenders, only because of Umbreon being present on the enemy team. Yeah, this was admittedly why they had such poor draft variety. That ult, in conjunction with Mean Look, it was enough to deal with so many things. Umbreon had a consistent high pick rate because of this. In today's conspiracy theory news, for those who don't know, PokemonUnite ends immediately when it loses its shields, hence why Umbreon's ability to steal shields was nerfed in this patch. Alchemy also has a moveset that plays similar to Hoopa's Trick plus Shadow Ball, which might also be the motivation behind that nerf as well. Will the Umbreon privilege ever actually end? So let's talk about Umbreon, the most impressive defender in the game since day 1. Ever since release, Umbreon has consistently been one of the most overpowered tanks in the game. They keep soft nerfing him almost every other patch, but it never brings him down to a lower tier. Hardly affects his viability. Oh, someone is enjoying the one significant nerf Umbreon got since forever ago. Eevee and industry playing for real. No real person likes those MFers. As if I don't get asked every week what my favorite evolution is. To which I reply, none of them. I'll be waiting for his buffs now that he's consistently been nerfed for years.
No shot!
How are you playing Umbreon now? With the new changes to Umbreon, I end up playing with either... What are these sets? I mean, okay, but I think you're forgetting something. Both of those builds are troll. Stop trying to make Umbreon a carry.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
I like how Timmy nerfs Ice Beam with a cooldown nerf. Like 7 times, and that didn't even work. This is a cooldown Ice Beam nerf. Timmy, for the 8th time, you nerfed the same move with a cooldown nerf. I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. Half a second cooldown increases are not nerfs.
Just enjoy your stay. Forever.
Also, Timmy has no game modes anymore. They're literally bringing everything back at this point. You want a game mode? F you, Boss Rush. You want a different game mode? Boss Rush again. Oh yeah, want a different one? Panic Parade. That's all this game is. No new content, just reuse stuff. The only new gameplay features we ever get are new Pokemon. But they usually end up being so poorly balanced, it ends up making the game more frustrating anyway. The Chinese version has a lot of new stuff. I really hope they merge it with global. Honestly, I'm starting to doubt it's ever going to happen. They make more money in the Chinese version, which is all they care about. As long as the Chinese version keeps making as much money as it does, they're going to focus all their attention here. I'm tired of this, Grandpa! That's too damn bad! What can we expect from Timmy? They don't care about us. Each anniversary makes me consider about dropping the game, but the amount I spent makes me say no. I'll never play that dog mode again. I love this mode so much, but I'm also just a sucker for PvE in any medium. Where are all the people at? dunking it in rank mode. Quiz/random matches are for those who want a good time winning. Rank mode is for those who like to be miserable and like to live in pain. You know, Unite is a fun game. Of course it is. Is it the best? Not really. But I did get a lot of things from this. Especially impressions like this. And the first time I've ever done content creation. So yeah, thank you, Unite. I'll continue to make videos like this because this thing is so fun. And yes, that also means that I'll join the club of the ride or dies, because this game may be doomed, but it's not dead completely. Let's see if all the expectations of year 4 could really make this game come back. Because so far, so good. We just need a little bit more excitement, and that excitement to last much, much longer. I'm waiting for that one thing that tells us everything that's going on right now, and it's a producer's letter. That's all I'm waiting on. Also, yeah, don't worry, there's more content on the way. We've got a lot of impressions, including alchemy, because yeah, this video was delayed because of IRL stuff. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and take care.